In one way it's been a great week, and in one way it's been an extremely tough week, in fact. There are room for improvements all over the board, of course. I want to explain first why it's been a tough week. I put into practice some of the healthy eating and healthy living techniques that I am wanting to use really. Now I want to get this quite clear before anybody, worries. This is not a crash diet at all. It's not so much a diet, period. What it is a plan of slowly, over time, reining in some of the areas that I need to rein in to be more healthy. So, this week, for example, we cut out cola from my diet, which is something that I used to run on. I've not been so bad in the last year or so, but it's meant that I have not used it, from vending at work or at home. The other thing was I went back to my porridge for my breakfast instead of some of the other stuff that I've been having, which has not been so good. Little things like that. I've also got the afternoons sorted out, and I've also made it so that I can spend slightly more on the week's food, so that I can have the meals across the time when I'm not at work catered for, so that I don't go spending extra in town to cover that, because of course that's not going to be the most healthiest of meals, is it, really? So I've been feeling a little rough, obviously, because of that, but I think it's gone quite well. The other thing that I have changed is my sleeping pattern, and that's worked out really well, actually. That's worked out really well. More sleep during the week, less sleep at the periods where I'm off. The idea is to reduce the necessity of a crash, because that is not particularly healthy. Neither is having too little sleep during the week. So I've extended the sleep during the week, and it's not work. Yesterday I really felt it, because I woke up for my early shift, and usually by the time I finish work, come home, all I want to do is go to bed, and it takes a great effort for me to stay up to a time where I can crash and not worry about sleeping for hours and hours and hours, if that makes sense. Nobody wants to sleep at 3 in the afternoon and then wake up, at 3 in the morning, for example. So I have to wait a certain amount of time after work, so that when I sleep, I know I'm going to wake up at an hour that's, suitable. But yesterday, because I was gaining more than an hour of sleep a night for the last, for the week before, I actually felt absolutely fine. And I had no problem at all. And that was the first time I'd actually felt it. I've also had comments this week already, are you losing weight? Well, probably not. It's probably water weight at the moment, which is why I'm not even bothering to check, to be totally honest. Because that's what goes first, and we've done that I don't know how many times. We've got to the stage where all the water weight drops off, and yes, I changed shape, but it's literally just water. It's not It's not anything that wouldn't change in a week if I stopped everything. The other part of this week, which has gone really well, is the Springboard project. And do you know, I had two possibilities this week for applications. One of them we haven't decided if we're going to do yet. The other one was a really good position for me, I felt. The problem was that even with personal transport, which I haven't got yet, the commute would be really, really bad, and I would probably actually have to move. And that's one thing. The other thing is that it was not more city; it was more rural than we are now. And I decided, unfortunately, that just wasn't going to be practical. So there's only one possibility this week. Now I'm going to think about that, because Mondays, are basically the day that anything that we've collected during the week, if we actually decide to go ahead with any application or anything like that, Mondays are the day to do that, and it's Sunday today, so I'll decide whether I want to do that across today, and if I do, I'll do it tomorrow, and if not, well, we're now in the habit of doing it, and it is breaking that habit, because it is breaking the laziness and the not wanting to look for other positions, because you have more exciting things to do on an evening, I suppose. But these things don't fall into. You don't just, you actually have to put some work and effort into it. I find that once I've started along that road, it's much easier then to carry on. It becomes a little bit of a habit, and that's fine. So all in all, a tough week, but I think also one that shows a great deal of promise. And finally, birthdays. But first, I do have a fighter on my rota fighting this week. Tom de Blas, although I have a feeling it's not actually MMA. I have a feeling it's just sort of grappling, but I could be wrong there. On to birthdays. We have Jeremy Humphreys, Louis McMurray, Simon Thackeray, Lyle Beerbaum, JJ Ambrose, Helen Howe, TJ Dillashaw, Ryan Sturdy, James Head, Charles Darwint, Nick Ring, and Brett Fitzgerald for this week. So happy birthday to all of them.